If you had 30 minutes to hide from a nuclear blast, where would you go? I'd always heard a basement of a library is good because books may absorb some radiation. The Eisenhower Tunnel on I-70 in Colorado, 1.7 miles long, unless it turns into Stephen King's The Stand. I'm in Colorado, so good to know. I just figured I'd go towards mountains, I guess. Sort of planless in this situation though. Going into the mountains is a great idea. There are a ton of use of strategic assets in Colorado that would be prime targets for an enemy nuclear strike. A lot of our space capabilities are based there as well as some nuclear assets, all of which I would expect to get hit, and none of them are really deep in the Rockies or anything. If you're within a mile or so of a strike regardless of whether you're underground or not, you're screwed up, so just going underground wouldn't cut it. Mountains provide a great shield to blast waves, though. And it's extremely hard to hit the valleys between them, you're basically in a global scale trench. I work at a nuclear pharmacy which has dosimeters, Geiger counters, potassium iodide tablets, radiac spray, PPE and lead, and the break room office is an extra vault that was made to house a particle accelerator, known as a cyclotron. I'm at work right now. So, assuming I'm safe from the initial blast radius, I'd probably go sit at my desk, scroll through Reddit and watch the world end. I would probably go to the bank and ask to go to where I stored valuables. The nearest city is over 30 miles away, and it's all open country from where I am, and for at least another 10 miles to the mountains in the other direction. Either I'd jump in the truck and try to make it to the mountains through the res or crawl under the house and hope for the best. There is an old building near me that has a basement. I know what boards to move to get into the basement from the outside. It's the only building I know of within about 100 miles that is entirely reinforced brick masonry with a basement, and I'm sure I'd spend the apocalyptic event chatting with several homeless people who also know about the board. We'd all survive though. Right answer, this is how my mom's friend's son survived Hiroshima. He was taking a break in the basement when the bomb hit. His classmate who was still outside was severely burned and later died. I saw some old civil defense stuff from the 50s that suggested doing the same thing. There's a building at the college I work at that goes 80 feet underground and has 6-foot thick inward sloping concrete walls. I'll be in there. Hide. I ain't getting drafted for World War III. This bomb gonna send me. There would be no draft, World War III would be over in about 30 minutes. I would find the nearest elementary school and hide under one of the desks. Anyway, that's what we were taught when I was in elementary school. Subway system, sewer system. Underground basically. Pretty easy, I would just go to my nearest bomb shelter. They are all over the place here in Finland and can house up to 4 million people, so more than enough room for the entire urban population. Every metro station also doubles as a bomb shelter, and I can walk to one of those within 10 minutes, so I would probably chill there. There are probably a bunch of shelters even closer to me though, but could be busy. You can actually walk across a lot of Helsinki center completely underground. I often do when it is raining. The underground network of tunnels is huge. And all bomb-proof. Finland actually has one of the most thorough civil defense programs in the world, e.g. in new development projects, property owners must include a civil defense shelter in buildings of at least 1200 m2. Welcome to Area 52. The site where the military keeps all its stupidest things. What is kept there? You laugh, but funny thing actually. There is a military museum in Germany operated by the German army, showing off actual technology and stuff that didn't make it. Right at the entrance there is a wall full of reports of the dumbest accidents happening there. Like a soldier shooting another one in the butt by sitting on his rifle because the stone bench was cold. Or a tank driver that tried to get a jammed shell out of the loader by putting a boom barrier into the barrel and driving against a wall. I imagine Area 52 would have boxes and boxes of this kind of stuff. A senior enlisted soldier that follows you around telling you to keep your hands out of your goddamn pockets. Steel-tipped socks. Decommissioned politicians. The toaster that makes bread moist, a moister. All of the lost socks from the dryers around the world.